Hey guys, today we are going to talk about what the ultimate insult to a narcissist is. And if you guys are new here, my name is Sara Ann Brown. And if you are on YouTube, I encourage you to like, share, subscribe, and click that bell icon so that you can be notified when I put out new videos. And with that being said, let's get started. After everything that the narcissist has done to us, I know that you would all agree that it would be totally nice to get a little bit back one day, or to get them back one day. And I'm not talking about being vindictive. I'm not talking about being cruel to them as they were to us. I'm talking about solid ways that you are able to stand in your power that would inevitably bring a narcissist completely undone. If you can listen and absorb this message in today's video, you will be well on your way to defeating that narcissist and setting yourself free. The thing about narcissists is that they do not learn through any of their experiences. And normal human beings, they grant each other things such as compassion and kindness and sharing because they care and they are interested in a win-win relationship. A narcissist, they're not at all disturbed by not granting you these things. They don't even care about giving you a basic level of respect or recognition that you are a flesh and blood, autonomous human being with a soul and feelings. You have to understand this. Narcissist could not care less. Narcissist could not care less. A narcissist, your narcissist, could not care less about recognizing any of your normal humanity, and they care even less about giving you what you want and what you need in order to feel healthy, in order to feel safe, and in order to feel love. And that is not and will never be on their radar. So that's not what they're in your life to do. So of course you are triggered because this is careless and it's so neglectful and it's out and out abuse. It really is. And they know that you are going to react. They want you to react, and they know that in your reaction, you're going to hand over all of that attention and all of that energy to them, whether it's positive or negative. And many of them prefer the negative form of supply anyway. And this is why they don't learn and they don't change, because they enjoy getting supply in this manner. And of course, in the early days, it didn't happen like that because it was the love bombing. You met and you began what you thought was a connection with somebody, but it was a connection with somebody who was careless, neglectful, and never cared about your feelings regardless. And you would have never, ever signed up into receiving such treatment if you had known in the beginning. Today, I would like to talk to you about how to ultimately insult a narcissist, how to insult them in the biggest and best way possible. This also happens to be the part of the greatest growth within you, and it's a compliment to yourself, which is an added bonus. And I am so excited to share this information with you. So let's begin with an essential understanding. What is it that narcissists want more than anything else? And if you've watched my previous videos, you know the answer to this. But to those of you who have not, I'm going to put it very simply and cut to the chase. What they want is attention, narcissistic supply. They want your focus, your energy, and they want that life force. And what does this look like? It looks like them sucking you into, manipulating you into, handing your energy and resources over to them. And it's about purposely triggering you into emotional responses towards them, because that is the fastest route of validation that these narcissists can get. And that's what tells them that they are significant. You granting them attention is getting them triggered, or you're triggering yourself into handing over all of your energy. So why do we react to narcissists in this fashion? Because they are highly triggering by nature, but what are we reacting to and why are we reacting the way that we do? It is because of two reasons that we get triggered and we react. We are either looking for them to provide us with something that they are not giving us, that we have not realized, that we have not been able to give to ourselves, or we are triggered because we are trying to fix something they have done to us that is extremely, extremely painful. Narcissists are very, very comfortable lying and steeping in dark energy, manipulation and lies, and these kinds of processes. It's the ground that they operate on. They are very comfortable. They are at home here, and this is not good for us. This is not something that we feel comfortable in, and it triggers us. This freaks us out, and that's that sick feeling in our stomach. And when you are triggered and freaking out, they can stand back and say, "Oh, look at you. You're the problem. You're crazy. You've got anger issues. You need therapy." And they will find the perfect ammunition from your words, your texts, your emails, emails, or they might even record your conversations. And they often do stoop that low. And then they can tell people what you were saying when you were massively triggered. And it allows them to do the whole, oh, I'm the victim. This person is the bad and abusive one. And they're making my life, they're ruining my life. They're making it a living hell, because narcissists, they love this drama. Oddly enough, they'll say that you're the one causing all of the drama, but they love and are comfortable in the darkness, the distorted energy of what is going on inside them, which is all of the traumas and the disowned parts and the unhealed stuff of the narcissist. They love to dramatize it onto somebody else or spew it onto others or flip the script. And by triggering others and then blaming them for all of the problems, they can continue this exploitation undetected. They can continue on stealing people's souls. They can continue on siphoning their life force, their resources, their property, their money, and so on. Ultimately, a narcissist is a parasitical being, and this is how they get away with it. All that extreme care and extreme attention that the narcissist gave you during the love bombing stage was all a trick. It was all to get you hooked in and dependent on them. That person, that caring, giving, granting person never existed, and they never will. It's a show. It's a mirage. It is a fantasy. It is an illusion, a visible illusion. If you were born into a family of origin where this person is triggering you by not caring about you, then that was always the case, because as a child, you never had the capacity to choose differently. It was what it was. That was your normal and your baseline right from the beginning. And that's how it was for me as a child and growing up. Most of the time, your adult relationships mirror a lot of things from your childhood, but as adults, we can choose differently, and we're going to be talking a little bit about that possibly later on. So first thing, they don't do caring. They don't care. They're not capable of caring, and they are not capable of being considerate. Narcissists trigger you on purpose. They need to trigger you. They also do horrible things to you on purpose. They do these things like name calling, or giving you the silent treatment, or stonewalling you, or breadcrumbing you, or darvoing you. And you may confront them because you want that accountability, and they will just turn around and walk out the door. They will refuse to speak to you. They will shut you down, and they will disappear, and they'll turn their phone off. Or they'll do the whole blaming you game, and they'll project everything onto you. And listen closely when they're doing that, because they're admitting to the things that they've been doing when they're doing that. They will go way off topic, but keep your ears open when that happens, because they lie, they cheat, they steal from you, and they do all of these horrible things because they have to do whatever it takes to trigger you. Because as soon as they trigger you, you are handing them over. You're turning that tap of narcissistic supply on, and it's all about that supply. It's all about that attention. It's all about them disowning their inner traumas, their behavior, their dysfunctions, and their inner self-rejection onto you. It's about lining you up, because as soon as you're triggered, everything becomes your fault. So how do you stop doing this? You have to stop participating and stop being their source of supply. Stop granting them your triggers or the evidence that they have triggered you. Stop granting them any energy, attention, or even a minute portion of your oxygen or your spirit. By doing that, you make them non-existent. And this is the ultimate insult to a narcissist, because it means they are nothing. If you don't react, if you don't hand them any of your energy or attention, they're nothing. And here's the truth. A narcissist is nothing anyway. There is no true self inside of that narcissist. All they know is that they are something via a significance of getting other people's energies. Without it, there is no inner self to fall back on. And a narcissist is a phantom. They are a charade. They are a false self. They are an egoic construct of falsities and deceptions, grandiose, unrealistic figments of their own imaginations about themselves. They are cartoon cutouts. Nothing about a narcissist is ever based in reality. They are walking contradictions. They do not understand the truth. They are nothing without your triggers being activated. Nothing at all. Nothing. You have to live your truth, because a narcissist, they are never going to agree with your version of the story or your version of things ever. And that's not what they are in your life to do. So take a deep breath and recognize that your growth and maturity is about realizing that nobody needs to give you permission to live your truth, to speak your truth. As an empowered adult who is getting self-actualized, self-defined, and nobody needs to agree with you or your truth. Only you do. And then you just let it be and you live it. Instead of trying to make other people agree with your truth, give you permission to live your truth, you have to live it. God has given you the right to live your truth. For instance, if you are separating from a narcissist and they are threatening to take 80% of your property and telling you all of the reasons why you should hand it over and all of the reasons why they're entitled to it, you say, no, I am not giving you 80% of the property. They will then come out with every nasty accusation, threat, guilt trip, and retaliation you can imagine. They are not going to agree with your version of things, and they don't have to. You do, which means that you can simply walk away with no more conversation. You do not hand over any money. You don't hand over any custody or any other supply. You keep building your case with facts, and you refuse to go into the night into fear. That is it. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101. Hey guys, if you would like to donate to my cause, the cause, Narcissistic Abuse 101, get people some free one-on-one coaching, help the production of these videos, my new book, live speaking events, and so many more projects that I have coming up, click the PayPal link in my bio. And to those of you who have already donated, thank you guys so much.